All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Raiders Daily. My name is Jackson. I post daily Raiders content. Hit that like button, hit that sub button if you guys enjoy it. All right, man, we got a doozy of a video here today because we've had now over 24 hours to dissect this, to analyze it, to let this loss marinate. And, I know the Raiders are currently sitting at 0-3, which is the worst record statistically in the NFL. But I promise you guys, everything's going to be okay. Unfortunately, there's a lot of blame to go around. You could go through each of the three Raiders losses and blame, the play call, blame just, your QB, blame the defense, blame whatever you want to blame. But listen, man, a lot of guys are making a lot of errors, all right? Here's the thing. Currently in the AFC West, the Broncos don't look like much of a threat. They're still trying to figure it out. We got them next week. Then we got the Chiefs, who just lost to the Colts, who lost 24-0 to the Jacksonville Jaguars. And then you have the Los Angeles Chargers, who they also are not clicking. They're not clicking at all. 0-3, you win the next two. Broncos, Chiefs, and just like that, you're right back in it. We knew this was going to be a complicated scheme. All right, and I want to shout out Jeff Garrison here because he pointed this out. What makes Josh McDaniels and his offensive scheme so successful is the different options you have. This is going to take time. You're going to have to learn from failure, learn from success. It requires communication and efficiency from your quarterback, from your wide receivers, and it's going to take some time, and we knew it was going to take some time. Unfortunately, we didn't think it would result in 3 straight losses. Maybe Derek Carr should have played at least a drive in preseason. Maybe. All right. There's nothing you can do about it. Trust me, guys. Each of the 3 games, there are plenty of different plays. In specific, I want to go back to, 4-18 with a little over 2 minutes left in this last game. Calls 4 verticals. All right. Probably not the best play call, right? But that's not it. All right. Darren Waller. You can't drop it, all right? You can't drop it. The first touchdown drop that was by Darren Waller was just Davante Adams, Darren Waller. It was just a bad play. It was a straight-up bad play. At least it's 3rd and 2. You're on the 5-4 yard line. At least have a halfback. At least have your running back with you in the shotgun so you can pretend like the run is a threat here, all right? So, yeah, I will admit the play calling has not been great. And, yeah, I will admit I miss John Gruden. I never had an issue with John Gruden. The passion he had for the Raiders, it's unmatched, all right? It's unmatched. I don't want to get too much into, the fire Josh McDaniels talk because I think that's a little too far. You at least have to give this some time, all right? The Raiders could very easily rattle off 4, 5 straight wins, and just like that, the momentum's in your favor. If there's a time to lose 3 straight games, it's the first 3 games. As unideal as that sounds, I know. Got to get over this hump. Guys got to start making plays. This past game in specific, I'm not placing it on Derek Carr in any way, shape, or form. Now, if you go back to week 1 against the Chargers, yeah, the 3 turnovers by Derek Carr, the 3 picks, you can't do that. The couple of fumbles, you can't do that. But in this last game, first off, Josh Jacobs, hold on to the ball. Hold on to the football, right? That's pretty much your number 1 job. Even guys like Davante Adams, the highest paid wide receiver in the league, I saw at least 2 lazy plays that players on this Raiders roster, on the practice squad, would have made. Maybe that's a little too hard, but I need more, Davante. I need more, okay? Now, I will say, first off, shout out Matt Collins because he just had a career game, and we definitely have to mention that. Keelan Cole also hold on to the ball. But Matt Collins, that's exactly what we want to see, all right, guys? That is exactly what we want to see. Over 150 receiving yards? Yes, please. All right? Yes, please. Darren Waller, catch the ball. Right? You wanted more looks. Well, the issue with that is you got to take advantage of it. Not only, we wanted him to stay healthy, but you also have to make the play, all right? Now, real quick, defensively. Actually, another real quick. Offensive line. This was the best game by far. All right. The Titans have a good defense. They have a solid defense. Maybe not necessarily one of the best defenses in the NFL. But I thought that the offensive line held up great. Now let's get into the defense here. All right. A lot of people like to, the first half wasn't great. What did we say all offseason? With Patrick Graham coming in, new scheme, new personnel, need a lot of younger players to step up. What did we say? What was the philosophy? It was bend, don't break. What has the Raiders defense done in the first 3 games? It's bended at times. It bended in the 24 points in the first half for the Titans yesterday. But it really has not broken. And if you want to use the Cardinals game as a nitpick, well, you can't have 40 literal real-time minutes go by without your offense having the ball. That's brutal. What do you think your defense is going to be? Energized? It's a fourth quarter. You're playing in Arizona. It's just tough, man. There's a lot of blame to go around with both sides of the ball, but specifically on the offensive end. There's way too much money being invested in guys like Davante Adams, Darren Waller, Derek Carr for this to happen. There are no excuses to be 0-3, but I really think that the Broncos, you have to make things click. We were talking last week heading into the Titans game saying, I know it's week 3, but this really is a must-win. Well, what's even more of a must-win is week 4 right now against the Denver Broncos. All right? Like I said, man, it's not always going to be pretty. And each of the 3 games so far should have and could have been wins. The Raiders could be 3-0. They could easily be 2-1. And they very, very well should be at least 1-2. But trust the process, man. You got to trust the process. All right? Yeah, maybe Derek Carr isn't Aaron Rodgers. Maybe he's not Tom Brady. Maybe he needs some reps in the preseason. Lesson learned. All right? I promise you this, though. Mark Davis has put in a lot of money for this specific roster. And if things continue to pan out in ways you don't want them to pan out, trust me, moves will be made. Decisions will be made. This is not the start of the rebuild. No. Let's just relax. Let's focus on Denver. And let's tighten things up. Because if you don't, well, those tough decisions, those tough moves, they're going to be made sooner rather than later. Let me know what you guys think. Hit that like button. Hit that sub button. If we got 100 likes on today's video, that would be absolutely awesome. Hope you all had a blessed weekend. And let's have a blessed week, man. Let's get this W.